Guys, welcome to the channel. The end of the year is approaching, so time for the frequent business traveler top 10 business class video. I will give you my top 10 of the wide-body business class cabins I traveled this year. Complete top 10 except one. I also have a video review on this channel, so check that one out if you want to see more about the specific cabin. The bottom 3 cabins are easy ones, since these still have a 222 or even 232 configuration. And climbing over the passenger sitting next to you when you have a window seat, or even getting stuck in the middle seat in business class, is not really up to today's standard. So starting in the last place at number 10, Lufthansa's A380 business class. Even though the A380 is the nicest plane in the top 10, Lufthansa business class is really an outdated product. Seat is in fact so bad that I got a cramp in the middle of the night because of the footwell, which is so tight. Service and meals are also very average. And thus a last place for Lufthansa A380. Number 9. Emirates 777-300. A 232 cabin configuration which looks more like premium economy than business class. Also the seats are pretty short, I couldn't stretch out, and they don't go down completely at 180 degrees. In fact, in a lie flat position the seats are more like a slide, and they remind me of old KLM business class seats KLM was using more than 20 years ago. Food on my flight was very mediocre. The entertainment selection screen is great and so is the service, but this couldn't save Emirates from a number 9 spot. Number 8. Turkish Airlines 777-300. The last one in the top 10 with a non-1-2-1 cabin, and this cabin looks pretty outdated. And the age is showing since not everything is working anymore, like the entertainment screen on my seat. But even though it's a 232 configuration, there's plenty of space. Wireless was excellent and so was the service. It's the best out of the last 3 at the bottom of the ranking, but of course a 1-2-1 seat configuration is always preferred. So let's go to the top 7. Qatar Airways 777-300 with their Q suites. I had very high expectations of my flight in Q suites, and when you first enter the cabin it looks really impressive. Having your own personal suite is really cool and the entertainment screen is amazing, best in class. However, things started to fall apart when the meals were served. The main dish was really disappointing and no dessert was served. Also, nothing else was served after the main dish, only tea or coffee before landing. This made the meal service actually the worst out of the top 10. Then the seat itself. In lie flat position, this seat was actually very tight and not that comfortable. So while the Q seats are great for a day flight for me, and I'm 6'4", for a flight where I want to sleep I prefer other business class products, such as Qatar's 777 plane they got from Virgin Australia. These business seats were actually a lot better than the Q suites. So only number 7 for Qatar Q suites. Number 6 KLM 787 business class. Seats are tight, meals vary in quality, but I like the snacks they serve in between meals and in general, service is good. Of course, the KLM houses are a very nice touch and I still have room for a few more. Hopefully in 2025 I can release a video of KLM business class. Number 5. Air India A350. Great plane and excellent configuration. This specific A350 was ordered by and built for Aeroflot, but because of the Russian sanctions in the end Air India and Turkish Airlines got these planes. And these business class suites are great. In fact, arguably one of the best hard products on this list. The only letdown was the fact that the blanket provided on this night flight was probably coming straight from economy class, and there wasn't a decent pillow provided, which was really annoying. Also no amenity kit was provided. If Air India improves on these details, they will end up a lot higher on the rankings. Number 4. Air France 777-300. One of my favorite business class products. Seat is fairly comfortable, even though for me the seat could be a little bit longer in lie flat position. But service is always excellent and food and drinks are always above average. But the top 3 on this list just outscored Air France this year, and that's mainly due to the fact that the business class cabin on the 777 is now showing more wear and is due for renewal. Looking forward flying with a new business class cabin, and I'm sure they will be in the top 3 again. Number 3. Swiss Airlines A330-300. This flight I had this year with Swiss Airlines from JFK to Zurich was really excellent. Service and food were the highlight, which was surprising considering the fact that the year before, when I flew with them from Zurich to San Francisco, these were the lowlights. But this year Swiss redeemed themselves and I really couldn't ask for a better experience. Seat is okay, but you need to be careful with business class seats, because if you pick the wrong one you cannot push down the armrest. And that's very critical to get a little bit more moving space when you're lying down. Number 2, United Airlines 777-200. What a surprise to see a US airline in the top 3 of best business class among all European and Middle Eastern airlines. But the Polaris seat in the 777 is really one of the best, and this has helped a lot with the extra amenities such as the mattress topper, the very comfortable blanket and a fluffy pillow. These really make this seat very comfortable, and even though I had a day flight, I had a very good sleep in that seat. Now you do need to be careful with United planes, because United uses different Polaris seats depending on the type of plane you're flying. I gave an overview of that in my review and it's definitely worth reviewing that. Meals and service were okay, but again the Polaris seat with the extra amenities are the star of the business class. And before we go to number 1, if you're still watching, please hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel yet. Thanks! So number 1, Etihad 7879, a clear winner on this list and for me, the best business class product I've flown this year. The seat is really good with plenty of space, you're getting a nice comfortable Armani blanket, a nice amenity kit, and screen and entertainment section was brilliant with live sports. The service is excellent and there's the food, which was together with Swiss Airlines the best I got this whole year. All in all, a product you cannot really fault. If you then add the ground experience Abu Dhabi flying out of the new terminal, you've got a product which I think is the best in the industry at the moment. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this rundown to number 1 and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments if you agree or totally disagree with this top 10. See you in the comments. Cheers!